This is not the diary of a CEO. This is the diary of boss moms.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm excited. Thanks
Me
for having
too.
me.
Thank you for agreeing to walk and talk with me. You know why I'm excited to have you on today is your journey of pregnancy and how things happen in your life is something that
Yes.
just bonds women, and it made our paths lead together a little bit more.
Absolutely. We both come from the corporate world and discovering motherhood. I was in corporate for almost 20 years. I am what they call an older mom, although I'm embracing it. So
Yeah.
fell pregnant at 41.
Oh,
Which
that's
is another
music
story.
to my ears. Yes, and we will get into this specifically, right?
Yes.
Because I think that's very encouraging and interesting for a lot of people listening to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a mom. I think it's just,
In you.
it's in me.
Okay.
I'm an aunt to 3 little kitties that I'm obsessed with. So I
Wow.
can't imagine the love
Yeah.
when this little one arrives on Earthside.
And you don't know what it is.
No, we're keeping it a surprise. I've left corporate.
Yeah.
That's all I've known. I think
Yeah.
the longest time I ever took off was 3 weeks for our wedding in 2024.
Oh my gosh. In the span of 20 years. Think about that.
That's mad.
You've
So,
been going like a,
climbing
like
the
a jet.
ladder.
Yeah.
Climbing the ladder. I was on Exco for 8-9 years.
Wow.
Worked with amazing brands.
Yeah.
I
Share
just-
some of them and maybe what they taught you and what's now going to be helpful even in this era of your life.
Absolutely. I'm in marketing. So I started actually my journey at Woolworths, but a big chunk of my career was at Luxottica. They
Yeah.
supply eyewear.
Which is why we have such cool glasses
Such
on
good sunnies.
today.
Not sure if this is a Luxottica brand.
I'm
but
not
we'll-
sure either. I think mine's more like side of the road special.
So we'll just go with it. But
Yeah.
that was 8.5 years of my life. I grew so much from being a marketing assistant to senior brand manager.
Yeah.
Traveled the world. It was
Oh.
amazing.
Like a high-flying, fast-paced life.
It was amazing. I
Oh.
was doing triathlons. I was working with the coolest brands like Ray-Ban and Oakley. And
Oh, wow.
music festivals and living
Oh.
my life.
Yeah.
And then I moved to work with a local brand, Vida, and that's when I just stepped into Exco, so head of marketing there. And that was also a good ride, although it was over COVID and we had a month or two where we didn't sell 1 cup of coffee.
Oh, that's not satisfying for someone who wants to optimize how we can sell more, right? If you're in marketing and you want to
Exactly.
get the product out there, you're like, oh,
It was hard, but it was
Yeah.
good. And then I was approached to join Dermalogica. So I was at Dermalogica for the last 4 years.
amazing. That's skincare at its finest.
So yeah, 29 weeks, self-employed, trying to figure out this new life.
Yeah.
We're not being in the corporate world and 9 to 5 or 8 till 6. 9 to 5's a lie.
Yeah, that's a big lie. Also,
Yeah.
it's not just 5 days a week if you actually want to
Exactly.
crush it, right?
Exactly.
It's so topical, right? Becoming a mom or even just being pregnant before the baby, is out and the world has changed. It's the biggest adjustment I think any of us will go through. But now you've chosen to do 2 things at the same time. Like go out
Yes.
on your own, leave corporate and step into this new alter ego as mama.
Yes.
At the same time. I honestly think it's such a power move because it means you're not going to be torn between your old world and your new world because you've decided to step into a whole new reality altogether.
Totally.
Do you also see it that way?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's felt like quite a transition period. That's why I didn't want to work up until maternity leave.
Yeah.
Leave the business and then the next day I have a child and my identity in this corporate world's gone.
Yes.
So it's been really good to have this time now to start figuring it out. It's about, since I resigned until the baby comes, about 4 months.
Yeah.
And yeah, it has its ups and downs where you miss certain people, you miss certain things about
Your rhythm.
the other world, exactly,
Yeah.
in your routine.
Of course.
Now it's figuring out a new routine. But I thought, let me figure that out before the baby comes
Yeah.
rather than when the baby comes. So it's been good. I'm actually consulting already. So I don't want to put too much out there. So
Yeah.
just doing 2 months, but I don't want to take on more for now. But that's been a great learning curve, working for myself
Amazing.
and knowing that once Bubba's here and once I'm ready,
Yeah.
I can step into that.
Yes.
And
At
not-
your own timeline and your own terms. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's honestly, like I said, such a powerful move that you did that. Congratulations.
Thank you. You've also done similar from a corporate to
Yeah.
working for yourself.
Yeah, in a way, for sure. Reality hit me that I didn't see myself going back to corporate. And then in combination with all the things that I had experienced in my first couple of months as a mom, leading me to think, hey, I think there's a gap in the market. And so, yeah, here we are.
I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Thank
And
you.
community is so important.
It really is.
Like every stage of life, but I think especially parenthood.
Because it's such a big plunge. There's nothing really that compares, at least in my view, to getting on this journey.
Yeah, I think our lives will change a lot in a few weeks.
They will, but then you have us, you know, and that's the whole point of knowing that you're not alone. Many people have done
Amazing.
this before you and alongside you. And I think that's another topic that's really interesting around asking for help. And that has so
Yes.
many faces, right? Whether that is, I actually need a hand this afternoon because my nanny's sick, but I still have this work call. Who can help me out? Not being afraid to say, I want to prioritize other things, myself, maybe whatever, working out. So that stigma of like needing to be a supermom, I think that
Yes.
just needs to go.
Yes.
And then asking
It's never going to be perfect.
Never. Another area of asking for help, and that's something I'm really excited to discuss with you actually, is wanting to have a baby is the one thing. Falling pregnant with the baby
Is another.
is another thing, and there's many roads that lead to Rome,
Totally.
right? And for you, you asked for help quickly and determined, and you know you got the
Totally.
result and the success of it. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what your journey looked like?
Absolutely. So, as I said, I fell pregnant at 41. We started trying when I was 40, so the end of 2024.
Yeah.
And when I was 35, I was single and I was like, should I go freeze my eggs? Should I not? I went to the fertility clinic,
Yeah.
did all my tests. They said your AMH levels are so high and this and that. It just felt daunting doing it alone as a single female and
Yeah.
injecting myself every morning.
Yeah.
And then I thought, let me just not, what's meant to be will be. And you know what happens when you meet someone and
Yeah.
think you fall in love and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, this could be the one. And then another year passes and
Oh.
whatever. So I never froze my eggs. In hindsight, it would have been a good idea too.
Okay.
So
Why do you say that?
mainly because, I mean, this journey, we were lucky. The only problem is we don't have insurance now after this. So what happened is we started trying August of 2024, fell pregnant straight away, then miscarried around 6-7 weeks. And then we said, okay, listen, we were planning the wedding anyway. Let's enjoy the next few months.
Yeah.
Clearly it's so easy. And we will, careful, we will try after the wedding. So we started that December 24, January came, February came. We tried IUI, I think, in the January. Then February came, still not pregnant. March, April, we went to Japan for our honeymoon for 3 weeks.
The only time you've ever taken off in 20 years? The longest time you've taken.
Exactly.
Okay.
And yeah, and then we said, okay, let's see, we were still not pregnant. So we went to Cape Fertility, an amazing doctor. I know you've seen the same doctor.
Yes.
And Dr. Joanne was incredible and she explained everything and she gave us all the options. We did all the tests and there was no reason we wouldn't fall pregnant again, but she was just explaining from your 20s to your 30s to your 40s, the likelihood of getting what she calls a pink egg.
Yes. The good ones.
The good ones
Yes.
is further apart. So we said, okay, let's give it another month or two, trying naturally,
Yeah.
but know that we have backup.
Cool.
And we don't want to waste time. My husband and I are very decisive, so we were like, okay, cool. If it's
This
not
has to
pregnant,
happen. Yeah. Yeah.
we'll do it by then.
Okay.
So went through, started IVF, I think it was June. And yeah, it all went well. A little bit of ups and downs.
Okay.
as it goes. And got 10 eggs, which was looking good. 7 were viable. We got 6 embryos. And
That's
then
a pretty good hit rate.
It
I mean,
was.
I'm not an expert, but like,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
So they were very happy with like the numbers.
Yes.
But then it's such a gamble. Like then we did the genetic testing.
Okay.
So
which is not a given. That's kind
not.
of optional.
That's optional, but
Recommended.
got recommended. She said, listen, if you're younger, like, because what would happen is you'd put one in, maybe it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Another month goes by, so then you're
Got
5
you.
months down the line.
Yes, until you've almost tried all your embryos.
Totally.
Got you. Okay, well that makes so much sense.
Totally. And they came back and we had one euploid embryo. That's one with 23 chromosomes.
Yes,
So
that's the winner.
again, Dr. Joanne is amazing because
Yeah.
we go in there and she's like, you've got one. And we're like, one?
One.
And she's like, this is amazing. Like, this is the most incredible news. So we're like, okay.
I guess
cool.
so.
And then you do the transfer and you hope it takes. Now
Yeah.
you've done all this work. So the anxiety of like, so it was almost like we had this one shot.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know if I can go through that again. And we were lucky and it took.
Amazing.
So we have this little baba.
I'm so glad and happy, and I can't wait to meet this baba.
Thank you. And that's why I said we have no insurance. So
Yeah.
if I had done it years ago and had more younger eggs,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy with how it all worked out. Worked out perfectly. We would like another one,
Yeah.
and who knows, if it happens naturally, then it's meant to be.
Yeah.
But we'll kind of explore that then.
Absolutely. And you know
Yeah.
what? We know so many examples of first one IVF, second one
Absolutely.
spontaneously conceived. So
So
I
many.
think attitude is also a huge part of this whole journey, right? Like your,
Absolutely.
yes, attitude, but also your outlook and how
Yes.
positive you feel. I mean, that's my personal opinion.
I think it's all in your, mentally and how you both approach it. The positivity.
How much stress is actually underlying to this needing to happen right now, or hey, we're going to do everything we can, approach it like a project, like what you said. I really like that.
Yes, it was very much like, what's the next step?
Structured, yeah.
Yeah.
And getting help in a way from somebody that can hold your hand and kind of guide you through that is worth so much, because you don't feel like
Totally.
you're wading in the mud or you're walking through fog, right? You're clear on what needs to happen.
Yeah, it was a really felt seamless journey. So
Incredible.
it's been good.
So you decided to go for IVF. You did all the genetic testing. Maybe a good point also to tell everybody that Dr. Joanne Pottow is going to be a guest on this podcast very
is she?
soon.
Oh,
Yes.
She is
So
the most amazing lady.
Amazing.
When she tells you you've graduated from the fertility clinic,
Yes.
you're like, what?
Yeah, where's my hat? I know.
I want to stay.
But she will also be able to provide all the color and the, I'd say, expert medical terms, but then put it nicely so that everybody can understand. AKA, I would be like, well, how have I never heard about this? I'm 37 and I have no idea about certain things in the order. That's just appalling, right? Why do we
Yes.
not get taught about female fertility, male fertility in
Totally.
school, or if there's some sort of
It's not spoken about
No.
enough, and which is what I love. What you're building is just, and I'm seeing it more. Just people being more honest about their struggles, or like a miscarriage. No one used to talk about that.
No.
And then when you do talk to someone or said I have a miscarriage, they're like, oh, me too.
I had 3, and you're like, oh,
didn't even know. And you've got
Yes.
friends that just didn't talk about it, and it was kind of like hush hush. And it's
Totally.
all part of the journey.
I have the
And
same.
Yeah, I think having Dr. Joanne will be amazing.
Yeah.
'cause
She has a lot to say, and she also has a lot of ideas of how to educate people on egg freezing. So it's very interesting that you said you didn't necessarily want to go through it as a single female in your mid-30s.
Yes.
She's very clear on if it's an option financially,
Yes, just
if
do
you
it.
can see yourself do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not making a mistake by
Yeah.
having that option for later. So it's very
Totally. And I think I went to
encouraging.
a different doctor who was maybe quite, relaxed about it.
Yeah.
But that's what I liked about Joanne. Even with us, she was like, these are your options. Could take this long or this
Yeah.
long.
What are
Do you
you
want to control
choosing?
it a bit more, or
Yes.
have a little bit more? Yeah.
So-
And I wanted twins, but they're not allowed to do that if they do the genetic testing.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the risk of, I think, if they split, or then you end up with 3, or 4. I
would
thought at
have
my
loved
age, like,
twins. Yeah.
2 done.
Yeah, like literally
Yeah.
2 done, more seamless than possibly could imagine.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know any different.
Yeah, of
so.
course. I would have
Yeah.
also been happy with twins, but you know what? I think you get what you need.